Hello and welcome to Late Night Creatures with me, your host, Peter DeToro. Tonight we're going to be drawing some late night creatures, as you might have noticed. This is the same night I did it last week, so yes, Wednesday is going to be the night of late night creatures. Any night that Wednesday does not work, I'll just have to do it some other time that week, or do a longer episode of Late Night Creatures. Those are the two options, really. So, I guess we might as well jump right into it and start drawing ourselves some late night creatures. So here we go. I have no idea where to start. You know what? I never start up in this corner of the page, so let's move up there. Alright. Off to a bad start. This is gonna... Okay. I don't know exactly what is... Okay. This is... It's a worm ball. Yep, okay. That's what we're doing. Worm ball. It's the wonderful worm ball of some medieval name. This worm is going to be quite distressed about what's going on. Whatever's going on, we'll have to get there later. Okay, so this is happening. The worm ball is my favorite sport. It's the only sport I'm really good at. You know? I tried football, I tried basketball, but you know, worm ball is really where it's at. This one's gonna have a nice long mouth coming down like that. He's gonna have some little arms. There he is. Sir Wormington the Third. So there's 3 worms. The standard, the bug-eyed, and the best. The worms are, of course, a incredible... I did watch E3. I just saw that. Toadsman goes. I did watch E3. Not all of it, of course. That's a lot of work. But I saw the important stuff. I saw everything I wanted to see. I'm very excited about Ridley being in Super Smash Brothers. I've wanted Ridley to be in Super Smash Brothers for a really long time. So that's probably the biggest thing for me out of E3. Worm ball is still a worm ball. I think maybe, you know, these guys should have arms too. They're gonna be grabbing at something. We'll get to what later. We'll get to what they're grabbing at later. These two are a thing. Don't worry about it. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. They are the most adorable couple in the world. Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6 is definitely going to be interesting. I like these guys. Alright. So let's see. That took up a lot of the page. That's cool though. I'm gonna make that take up less of the page. Go ahead and move that on, scoot that on back here. Okay. So they're up there. So I guess we should... This is a sport now. So welcome to the sport episode of Late Night Creatures. The worm ball episode. So let's go ahead and draw us our first worm ball player. Here he is. He is the nice man. I'll come up with a name once he's completely drawn. But as of now, he's just the best. He is fantastic. I'm in love. His little headband, make him have some nice hair, some nice big delicious locks. Delicious is in stylish, not tasty. I mean, he might have tasty hair, but it's a drawing, so we'll never really know. Is ink tasty? Do they have edible ink? Probably. They have edible everything nowadays. I bought worms in Tennessee that were very good. The most delicious worms, the crispest, the most crisp taste you've ever had. That's what it said on the box. Not slimy no more. I'm also more excited for Fallout 76. I'd agree with you. So, this is a man. This is currently just a normal man. But that's not anymore. I fixed it. Fixed that real quick. Normal man time is over. Here we go. He has the nice, wonderful chompers. Alright. This is a beautiful creature. I have a good idea for his tongue. It too is a worm. Everyone's favorite wormball player, Wirm Johnson. Wirm Johnson, the world's premier wormball player. He's very strange. He is the best at the game. He has been for a long time. Ever since the sport started, he invented the sport. He's the inventor. He created a world just for worms inside of a ball, and then used that Earth, that new world, to play a sport. The worms live in constant turmoil. They are always in fear of when the next throw is going to occur. Yeah, Wirm Johnson. What an awful man. He went from very nice to very mean very fast, but that's alright, because it's late night creatures. And late night creatures, you know, stuff like that kind of just happens. I need to drop that. Stuff like that kind of just happens. Gotta give him some nice shorts. He's currently very naked. And most of the time that's alright. But not for Wirm Johnson. He needs some pants. Because he is very close to a human. YouTube will flag me if I don't give him some pants. There we go. Alright, Wirm Johnson. Wirms Johnson. He's plural. He's tossing up the first ever worm ball. The worms weren't as evolved as a society. When it was first invented, they were just little guys. There he is. Wirm Johnson. Let's add some details to Wirm Johnson. He's very not detailed right now. It's very standard. Gotta give him just some, some nice little folds and such. Maybe give him some gums here, as well as on the bottom, so it looks better. Nice and symmetrical, There he is. Wirm Johnson. Everyone's favorite wormball player. Man. It's really interesting to see Wirm Johnson play. I'm gonna erase his name because I've got to make this better. Because his arch rival is quite different from him. In fact, some people even say they're polar opposites. So let's draw him in now. Alright, so there we go. A nice big disgusting worm. Don't want to spoil the surprise, but it is just, nice big Giant worm. He is constantly... This isn't a sports rivalry either. This is just like an actual rivalry. This worm is constantly trying to free his people and also brutally kill Worms Johnson. He is the angriest worm you ever did see. He's becoming a snake, but that's alright. Snakes are just worms with scales. So my old grandpap used to say. Okay. Yep. He's gonna be very ripped. He's gonna be shredded. Again, proportions don't matter when you're drawing late night creatures, so we aren't gonna bother too much with making those super realistic, but I'm gonna do my best to make them, you know, acceptable. So yeah. Oh, this worm is my worm. My worm indeed. He is a shredded man worm creature. It's a surprise that Worms Johnson has lasted this long against man's Son John. Man's Son John. Because he's just a monstrous, you know, giant creature. I've never fun fact, I've never drawn a muscular worm before. It is a fun experience seeing this take shape. He has a normal worm tail. His tail is normal worm. Normal worm completely. But the rest of him is not. He is just rippling with pure musculature. Wonderful, just impeccable, honestly. This is possibly the most beautiful muscular creature I've ever drawn, honestly. Worm's Son John, or no, man's Son John. Worms Johnson's rival. Dang it. I keep not selecting things right, and it's annoying. But, you know, figure stuff out. You should be. Let's add some scaling here. Just make sure we're all on the same page. He is giant. He is very large. He's just whoa running. He is gone second he enters the building, because this is a very scary man. So I was gonna make them grabbing after something. I don't know what. Maybe they're holding a man. They're holding just a little man. Oh, this is how you watch the game. Your seating is actually a very scary worm hang. That's how you do it. Yeah. That's how it's done. He does not like it anymore. I think that man's Son John really just derailed the game. And then Worms Johnson. And then we have the seats. And Dawn. Gang's all here. All right. Let's see. What else can I pack anything else into here? Probably. Let's make him shinier. Just make sure it's very clear that he is he means business. Give him some veins. Make him a little more. There we go. This is a good worm man. My word. Should I give him a mouth? That is the true question. I think yes. I think he is happy. Because he thinks he's finally going to catch Worms Johnson, the man responsible for turning his mother and father's and his childhood home into a ball for a sport. He has a personal vendetta, and now he can finally claim it. He hopes, because of course Wirm Johnson is very fast. Because he's a very interesting character. Him and his son, who I'm gonna just really quick draw with pure artistic talent. His son. There they are. The man and his boy. I keep drawing families. I think family is a very important theme of Late Night Creatures, be it your dead family or your living family. Alright, well, this is all empty, so let's add something. Maybe another area of seating. Nice, another big old worms. I think this one's just a big worm mouth. It's a nice gaping open mouthed worm that someone sits in. Comes all the way out of the thing, and then then there's just another man just sitting here. This guy likes it. He's sitting here and he's just like he's happy. He's like, this is much better than the game that was going on. I think Wormball is a very contested sport on both ethical and just entertainment reasons. I think some people think it's one of the most entertaining spectacles that you can possibly attend, while others think it is an immoral waste of time. I personally have no preference because I am an unbiased party. Because I didn't make the sport. Wirm Johnson did. And so it's his cross to bear. Alright. I think this is going to be just a man. Everything's a man. Everything's just a creature. Slurping up some spaghetti. So there's a lot going on. We'll leave it at that. He's also happy about it. He's got a little smile. Oh gosh, that's kind of creepy actually. Good. All right. Oh, that's just a xenomorph. I just drew a kind looking xenomorph. Anyways, he's tired. He's been here forever. This is where he lives. All right, let's add a floor, because there's no semblance of any floor. All right, that is a nice. There they are. The wonderful sport of Wormball. Let's add some broken, splatted out. Drawing a lot of splatted things too. Wormballs right here. They really do use them up. Because they are basically just big old balls of dirt. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on in this chat while I've been drawing. Man. Let's see. Draw a dancing worm? Okay. I'll add one up here. Doing a little bobble. Just add a little guy. Or you know what? Even better. Might as well just add a little guy up here. Nice little worm. Here. That looks slightly phallic, but it's alright. There's a little worm. Give me a sec to figure something out. Alright, I think I figured it out. Maybe. Hold on. I'm trying to do something cool, but I gotta remember how to do it in an illustration first. Alright. Now we're good. So let me redraw that little worm man, girl, whatever. Doesn't really matter, they're worms. Are worms? Do worms have genders? I don't even remember. I think they do. They might not. Alright, and then we'll just have him or her. We'll have it going this way. Ooh. And then we'll have it going this way. And there, and in 1 sec, we'll have a little dancing worm. Ooh. There it is. There it goes. All right. The dancing worm. So, there we go. That is as much as I can fill. So I think, for the first time in Late Night Creatures history, even though this is only the second episode, so it still counts. This is the first time I've done this, and it probably won't be the last, because sometimes I just go. Like I did now. We're gonna start at a second page. So here we are. Let's just draw for this one alone. Just draw one big late night creature. So I have 5 people watching. What one big late night creature should I draw? I'll wait. And while we're doing this, I'll talk more about video games, because we're there, and we'll talk more about E3. I'm really excited for Fallout 76. I think that as long as they run the online well, it'll be really good. There's a lot of cool stuff we can do. I see Cthulhu's little brother. That's a copyrighted character, Cthulhu, and so I can't use him. Cthulhu. A big ol' apple man. I can draw a big ol' apple man. That's yeah, okay. Here we go. A big ol' apple man. So let's start off with a basic, nice little apple shape. This is how apples look. I know this because I am a human who lives on Earth. That's close. Close enough. I can draw. There we go. That's an apple now. Doodle doodle doo doodle doo doo. It's now the erasing show. All right. So here's the apple. Let's draw him some nice eyes. Those are too big. There we go. Some nice apple eyes. Wonderful. Let's give him a nice, nice maw. A maw is a mouth, by the way, for those of you who don't know. All right. And give him some teeth. I hope this is what everyone's hoping for an apple man, because this is the direction we're taking. Give him some nice eye. Oh my. All right. This is great. Give him a little stem. I'll add something to this stem later, or I can add it now. I think this is the apple necromancer, or no, this is a creation of the fruit necromancer, my new reoccurring character on Late Night Creatures, the fruit necromancer. And what he basically does is he creates undead fruit monsters, much like this young apple. This poor apple has been transformed into a true abomination. Let me draw his leaf, which is almost normal, except it has a tear in it, which I must say is one of the most disturbing parts of this drawing, because now he can't photosynthesize as well as he used to, so he has the possibility of starving to death. But he's undead, so he can't. So never mind. No, I think the eyes are still the worst part of this. Good. This is all good. This is exactly where I wanted to take it. Make this look a little more torn up. Give this some nice attention to detail here. Make sure these go nice and nice and deep, look nice and flappy. Oh yeah, we are on the right track for this nice, disgusting apple monster. What do you guys think? 3 eyes? I'm thinking 3 eyes. We'll give him a 3rd eye in the middle here. Give him a nice third eye in the middle. This one has a nice large pupil. It is very clearly the leader eye. Yes, yes. The true leader of this entity. This is the eye that the necromancer himself sees through. Yes, yes. All right. So I think it's probably time for a body now. I don't know where to take a body, so we're gonna add some more detail until I think of something, making this more of a crease. You know, he's maybe has like a nice like bite, or he's torn somewhat. This is becoming Zombie the Apple logo, but that's all right. Stuff like that happens. When you're drawing late night creatures, sometimes you draw a monster form of a logo, and that's just, you know, sort of how it runs. Oh my word. What a creature. This is delectable. And this is actually delicious because it's an apple. Leave me your best eating a rotten apple stories in the chat. Or if you're watching this when it's archived, in the comments down below. Leave me your best eating a rotten apple stories. Record a video and post it. Eating rotten apples. This is so this is arm. That's what arms look like. Maybe he has a hook. I'm gonna give him a hook, and I'll change it if I don't like it. Well, you can't see it. Let's fix that. Move this. Go scoot it up closer to the top. There we go. That'll give us some room to make that hook. Embellish that a bit. Make it a nice, jagged. There we go. Yeah, that works. That works for sure. Oh, and I can give him an apple peeler on the other hand. Yeah, that's good. Wait, what am I doing? That's not at all what it should be like. He needs to have a nice protruding spine. Oh no. Oh, good. Good, wonderful, perfect. I'm in love. This is the newest character in Twisty's Carnival Van Bending, my cartoon. It's the Apple Man. He's coming for you exclusively. He's coming for you, viewer. There's a 4th wall break. He's coming for you, viewer. Whichever viewer I'm saying this to. It could be you, but it could not be. Who will decide? Me. Alright, so yeah, this is good. Give him some... I'll draw his other arm in now. It's just, I think this other arm should be bigger, but thinner. So, like, it's more, like, atrophied, grosser. Yeah, so he just sort of has just, like, this long, decrepit... Yeah, there we go. Has this nice peeler on the end of it. There's the handle. What do apple peelers look like? Give me a minute, I'll figure it out. Yeah, that's kind of it. And then they have the thing in the middle. Right. That elbow is massive, but I'm not going to fix it because you know what? It's a disgusting horror. So it works. Now we got to give him some legs. Just make him go out. Touch down here. There we go. What the? That was unacceptable. Yeah, give him some nice haunches. They extend beyond measure. Oh my, he is Oh, he is just terrible. Who? Let's see. Oh my. I'm reading. I'm gonna go back. Going back and reading the rotten apple stories. Let's see. My best rotten apple story: eating an apple, throwing it away. Gotcha. Okay. So, back to Apple Man. I don't know what's a good name for this apple creature. Ooh, I got an idea. Which is bad, by the way. Viewers, me having an idea after drawing something is usually bad. He has a second. You'll see. You'll see. It's a surprise, but it'll be pretty obvious in a sec. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh yeah. This episode went from lighthearted to wonderfully dark and scary, and I am loving it. This is the truest late night creature I think we've drawn out of the set. We've drawn a lot, actually. In 2 episodes, we've drawn at least 10. So this is by far the scariest, and I approve of it. And we're coming down onto the end here. So before we go, I'm just gonna add some highlights to him, and then we'll head out. Just make sure to add in some nice highlights. Just make sure we're all clear as to what this is. Oh, I should give him some shine, some sheen. Just along there. And then we go in, just give him some shading. I'm gonna shade him a little bit, and then we'll bump out. He is a sight to behold. My God, this is. I hope that this is everything you were hoping for Apple Man. If it wasn't, too bad. This is as good as it gets, honestly. This is the best I can really see it being. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, well, I guess this is the end of Late Night Creatures. I'm going to proudly sign this. Oh, wait. I'm going to proudly sign this. And what a nice way to end it off. Thank you for coming and visiting me this late night for these Late Night Creatures. I hope to do it every Wednesday. We'll do our best. I hope to see you next week, where we'll draw more creatures, hopefully less horrific than this, or hopefully more, depending on your personal standing. Well, it's basically all for me. See ya.